Lucy.
Like you guys can see, there is no glue at all, but it's like not budging. This is a wig, and this is how I make them look crazy real with tricks that are probably the easiest you've ever seen. These tips and tricks go way beyond the basics to the point where people won't even believe you when you tell them that you're not wearing a wig. So if you guys are interested in learning how to wear a wig, then let's jump into the 5 tips that took me years to find. So let's get into it. Let me show you guys exactly what wig I'm going to be using. This is a wig from Jesse's Wigs. They have beautiful wear and go wigs that I just love because it's so easy and realistic. It's basically what it's called. It's a wear and go wig. So you just plop it on your head and you walk out the door. So this is great for if you work and you have to wear wigs a lot and you just want a wig that you can just throw on every single day and go to work and not have to worry about customizing it. This is going to be the wig that you want. This is a 24-inch. Of course, you can cut it, you can customize it. So yeah, let's get into it. Tip number 1, whenever you're doing your hair, the one thing that I found that really helped make my hair look just like super realistic was making sure that the base, like my hair underneath, was as close to my head as possible. Now you don't have to go crazy and wear like a wig cap or anything like that. You just want to make sure that you're using like a board brush. This has been my savior whenever it comes to just flattening my hair to my head. Like look at that. Everything just became so smooth. I have a lot of flyaways and like dead hair and just like these little, I don't know, like flyaways. But this thing just smooths my hair so good against my head. What is gonna take this a step further, which took me a really long time to learn, is to use a flyaway stick and just kind of rub the tip of it and then put that through my hair. I like that because my hair doesn't feel so heavy. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of product in it, but it works the same. And I wanna make sure that I pick up every single hair here because I don't want that peeking through from underneath the wig. And I wanna bring this hair upwards. So this way, whenever I lay the wig on, the hairline can really go as close to my hairline as possible. And I want to make my bun, I like to make buns. You can go with braids, you can do anything if you have thicker hair. You probably want to go with like multiple braids and then like clip it throughout your hair. I'm just going to make a little bun at the bottom. And I don't want to make this bun bulky, I just want to keep it kind of loose and flat towards my head. If you want to make sure this stays put, because that is a flyaway stick, it's not really going to keep it like stuck there. If you want to keep your hair completely stuck and you don't want it to budge throughout your process of like applying your wig, then you can go in with Gotta Be Glue hairspray. This stuff is like a freezing hold, so your hair is not going to budge, it's not going to move, it can't, it's like stiff, and then it just comes out with water. You don't have to worry about it like damaging your hair or anything. I'm just going to spray. I'm at the end of my bottle. I don't even think I have anything left, which sucks. Moving on to tip number 2. This is my favorite new hack. I love this hack so much, especially when it comes to wear and go wigs, because I do not like wearing a wig cap. I hate wig caps. We are gonna use a wig cap in one of our tips, but it's not for what you think it's gonna be for. It's gonna blow your mind. But I don't like wearing wig caps underneath my wigs. I feel like it's just like this extraness and I just get super hot and I just don't like it. I feel like it pops out through the hairline part. So my new trick, my new little tip that took me so long to figure out was you can take medical tape. I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna put like a little picture here and you can get it off Amazon, and I think it's medical tape, and you can get this in different colors, so different skin tones, but basically it looks like this, and you could put this inside of your wig cap right where the hairline is. You don't wanna put it like all throughout your hair. You don't wanna put it like throughout the whole wig. You just wanna put it directly in the middle, in the center, and it has like these little grooves in it that actually looks like your scalp. You know how you have these little bumps whenever you look really, really close to a scalp? You can see those little bumps. This has that on there. Only thing is this does not stick on like crazy well. It won't budge throughout the day, but like whenever you're applying your wig, like to flip it on to make sure that the piece stays put, it can be a little bit frustrating sometimes, but it's not a big deal. You're gonna see it's super simple. So laying my wig down onto like this little wig kind of head, this just helps me so much. If you guys don't have one, it's not like necessary. You don't have to have it, but I like to make sure that I find the hairline first and I lay it down so this way I have kind of like a guide on where exactly I want to put the tape, and I take the tape. You can use this on multiple wigs. Like I said, it comes off super easy, so it's not like a one-time thing. So I'm going to lay it right where I see the beginning of the hair, and I'm going to lay that down. So now I'm going to bring this close up to you guys so you can see. You guys see that hairline? Beautiful. It looks just like my scalp. Once that's done, I can apply my wig. And to apply my wig, I like to make sure that the strap is really tight. I have a very small head, and this is just like a one size fits all type of wig. And so you're gonna want to customize exactly what's going to fit you. And because I have like a very small head, I have to like tighten it really tight. And so once that's done, I know that it's going to fit very snug on my head. So I just put it over my head like so. I grab the lace in the front and I pull back on the string, and I'm going to place this in the back. And then I'm going to shove, there's a little clip in the back, and I'm going to shove it right underneath that bun. And now my wig is ready. So you guys can see that hairline looks like the color of my skin, and I didn't have to use foundation. I didn't have to do anything. It looks so real. It looks like so perfect. This hairline also goes way back. It's not like where it just stops there, because that can tend to look a little bit wiggy. We're gonna bring it all the way back. Let me show you guys. Look at that. It keeps going. Let me bring it back even more. And I'm going to flatten my hair afterwards so that we get this like pure beautiful hairline. But for now, let's get into the lace, because you can kind of see right here that there is a little bit of bubbles. Not really, like it's so good. They have crystal lace, so it really blends into the skin seamlessly. But I want to take it a step further. There's so many tips that I just like blew my mind, and I'm going to share with you. Tip number 3, this is insane. Whenever you wear these wigs like days after days after days, sometimes the little bubbles can tend to flip upwards. I don't know if you can see it on the side because it is a brand new wig. It's not really flipping, but you can kind of see right here. Maybe if I look sideways, see that little flip? What you can do to get rid of that, you can use a straightener and just kind of dab it very lightly on the lowest setting, and that's going to just make the lace lay flat against your head. Look how good this hairline already looks. Oh my gosh. I don't know what this was, but I'm so excited. I love wearing Go wigs. I don't know if you could tell. I love them and I love receiving them, and Jessie's wigs are just so realistic looking. They pre-pluck their hairlines too, so it just really gives that illusion that this is a real wig. Like, look, whenever I part it, you guys are gonna see it looks like scalp everywhere underneath. They're so good. Number 4 is going to be to melt your lace to your forehead. Nobody's ever gonna be able to see it. When you look in the mirror, you're gonna have a hard time to see your own lace. And that's what we're gonna get into, how we do this. The tip I learned on TikTok. I've been researching on TikTok for so long to learn all of these tips because I really wanted to up my game. And so what I learned is you have to take all of your hair. I'm going to place this really good. You have to take all of your hair, smooth it back so it doesn't get into this and make it like super messy. I'm gonna go in with this mousse here now. This is the Lotta Body Coconut and Shea Oils Wrap Me Foaming Mousse. And if you wear wigs all the time and you don't have this, you have to get your hands on it. I'll leave it in the description box down below because it's just a game changer for wigs. And I'm gonna use it with this right here. Oh, this took me so long. I don't even know why. I felt like every time I tried this out myself, like I'd see girls do it all the time on TikTok where they would use this little wrap band, wrap it around their lace, and their lace looked so melted into their skin. But every time I tried it, I don't know, I was using glues and stuff like that. I was using the Gotta Be glue spray, and it just never seemed to look real and good. I felt like all my hairs would get stuck and it just like didn't look good. But once I started using it with the mousse, that was a game changer. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So I'm gonna put this along the lace exactly where I want it. See, I didn't place it properly. Like this lace has to be over here. I wanna make sure that I do that. And I'm going to kind of run it along. I know the girls on TikTok didn't do this. They didn't actually press it into the hair or anything like that, but I want to do that. I felt like it really helped. Okay, and then this side, I'm going to bring it along and just make sure that my hair is out of the way. Don't want to budge the hair and make this super tight. once it's down, I'm going to move this off of my ears a little bit. So after this, what we're going to do is we're going to use the wig cap. I know, crazy. We're going to put it on top of the wig and we're going to place it on top and we're going to wait 10 minutes. The density of this wig is insane. I think it's like 180%. I'm going to put like the density on the screen. If that's too much for you, I know Jessie's Wigs told me that they can lower their density. They can like change the density of the wig. So if you feel like if you're smaller framed and you just need a lot less hair on like in your wig, then you can definitely ask them. You can reach out to this email right here. Within 10 minutes? Do I put a timer? I think it's been. Okay, does that not look super, super good? Like you guys can see, there is no glue at all, but it's like not budging. I don't know why that excites me, but like it does. Why is she doing her lawn? It's like, I don't know if you can hear somebody's doing their lawn, even though it just like snowed yesterday. But what you can do is you can actually go in with Gotta Be Glue Ultra Glued Styling Gel. Well, it's rat tail comb. Wipe it off. Sorry, this is like super disgusting, but it's just, it is what it is. Then we're gonna go along the lace, just add a little bit. Nothing crazy. You don't have to go in super heavy with this glue. Just stick it on there and that's going to be enough. Make sure all the hair's out of the way and run it along the lace. But what I really want to show you guys is how to get rid of this bulkiness in the back. So this is the next tip. And so to flatten this onto my head to make it look super real, like it's coming out of my scalp, I like to go in with the Flyaway tamer and then I will just push that into the hair. And I always make sure, I completely just forgot and I just like went in and as soon as I touched my hair, I was like, ah! Okay, what you wanna make sure is you always rub your boar brush after applying the product. You wanna make sure that you rub it onto your hand to get rid of any excess, because I completely forgot, and then you get that look. But when you do rub it on your hand, it's more of a natural type of shine instead of pure on grease, you know? And like my mom even mentioned, she's like, she came over the other day and she's like, wow, your hair looks so shiny. It looks so good. What are you doing? And I didn't know at the time. I was like, I don't know. And then I told her about like the little stick whenever I'm doing my hair and she's like, that's what's making the shine. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So when I rub it on my hand, it's like shiny. It's not greasy looking. It's like really nice. Don't know why this took me so long to learn. And ooh, that's really hot. I like to go in with a flat comb like this one. I'll leave it in the description box down below. I can't get this exact one because they don't sell it on Amazon anymore, but I'll leave one that I feel like is a really good quality one from Amazon in the description box. And what you're gonna want to do is impress it through the Flyaway tamer. And what this is gonna do is it's going to make sure that your hair is super, super flat to your head. If you're not doing this, I feel like you're not gonna like the look of wigs because sometimes they can look bulky on the top whenever you first receive wigs. Like they always look just bulky on the top. And it's not because of your hair, it's just the way the wig comes. Like a lot of wigs come like that. I don't think I've ever received one that's not like super nice and volume on the top, unless you like volume. But if you want it super flat to your head to give the most realistic look, you're gonna wanna go in with a hot comb and a Flyaway stick. And you can even go right onto the hairline just to lift up that hair. So it looks like it's coming out of the scalp, but if you like that kind of look where it's down, you can go like this, or you can lift it up with the comb. You see how easy that was? I just went with the comb, a little swoop, and you get that look of like a lifted hairline, or you can go in, completely flatten that. I think that's good enough. I feel like it's flat enough to my head, and for this tutorial anyway, you guys can see, like this is how I get it super flat to my head, and look at that scalp tape. It's amazing. All right, so those are all of my tips. I hope you guys learned something. This took me so long. Like I had to like go on TikTok for the longest time. And some of these tips were not even on TikTok. They're just like my own, like with the boar brush and the Flyaway stick and stuff like that. That's all my own. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want more tips and tricks on wearing these type of wigs, and if you guys want this wig, it will be in the description box down below, and I'll create more videos like this. So if you guys like it, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next. Bye guys.